So, I just had the urge to work out. It's been a while since I worked out, maybe 3 weeks, pretty long. And I just had myself a grapefruit. Okay? And it turns out that I no longer like grapefruit. It's disgusting. It's so weird. Ages ago, when I posted the Parasite Cleanse video, I loved it. For about a month or two, I loved it, and I was really going mad. But right now, it's in my mouth, and it's disgusting, and the taste isn't going away, and it's made my tongue kind of white. I mean, I know that could just be the food itself in between my pores, in the pores in my tongue, but it's really powerful right now, and it's disgusting. Which is weird because a couple of days ago, I had a few dates, organic dates, and it's been ages since I've had any sugar, and that tasted like crap too, and it made me feel sick. It seems that now not only sugars taste bad to me and make me feel sick, but bitters also make me taste also taste disgusting to me. It just tastes really overpowering. And this is way more bitter than I've ever had. Like, it could potentially be because it's organic, but honestly, my entire face and my body is it's not rejecting it, but up here, this whole area here is just rejecting it completely. So now I've gone off of sugars completely, and I've gone off of sour and bitter foods completely. Not long after I posted the Parasite Cleanse video, the day after, I eliminated an overgrowth of Candida. Okay, now Candida is a fungus, which if unchecked within the body, can completely overrun your system and clog up your stomach and other areas of your body. And this Candida is basically a parasitic fungus, because the word parasite really means something that's robbing your nutrients and is just causing havoc within your system by eliminating waste matter. Okay, it's crapping in your blood. So this Candida was growing within my system for a while, and I was eliminating little bits of it, and I didn't quite know what it was until this long tube of pure yellow Candida was eliminated with nothing else. No stool, no blood, no mucus, just Candida was in the toilet. And I was looking at this thing thinking to myself, is this thing that I'm looking at some kind of worm? But then I looked, obviously it wasn't, because as I looked at the front and the back, it looked more like a root system. Like, if you were to get a long balloon and you were to tear off either end, you would have frayed ends, right? So that's what this thing looked like, and obviously that suggested that it didn't have a head or a tail. So I looked online at coffee enema stools, and people were talking about Candida roots, and these roots are basically fungal network, literally roots that root out from the inside of your intestinal tract and out into your body, okay? Where they just basically set up shop. And that's what causes this Candida to further grow into your intestines, because it's rooted into your lining of the stomach. And it's pretty disgusting stuff if you think about it. So I eliminated all of my Candida, and I got to the point where the turpentine that I was taking was no longer agreeing with my system neither. Every time I took it, I ended up, no matter what dosage as well, I ended up instantly going to the toilet. Sometimes, at the beginning, when my body became irritated by the turpentine, it would take me about an hour or 2 hours, but then, as the days went on, only a little bit, and I'll be straight on the toilet. And what it did was it allowed my body to fully flush and fill the intestinal tract with fluid from my bloodstream, from it's the water reserves, okay? So when you're sat there and you're feeling an empty stomach all of a sudden fill up with water, it feels good, it feels nice. It doesn't feel like you've got diarrhea or crampage or anything like that. It just feels like your body is filling itself with water in order to flush itself out. So there I am smiling because it feels like I've had a salt water flush without actually going through the nasty, chaotic, stimulation of sea salt within my mouth. And then I go to the toilet and I'm on that toilet all day, right? All day. And I'm just eliminating more and more mucoid plaque. And I've also done some other things between then and now, and I'm not going to talk about in this video because I don't want to make this video too long. But ultimately what's happened with my physiology is I've become a much more cleaner being. And I've ended up favoring distilled water over anything else. If I'm hungry, I'll just go for distilled water, and then instantly I'll be fine. A couple of minutes ago, I was sat here thinking about the last time I had something crunchy, and instantly a crunch craving disappeared. I'm getting back into that mindset that I was in when I was dry fasting, if you've seen that video, where I said all I had to do was, if I had a craving, I'll just think about the last time I ate that food, and then all of a sudden the craving will disappear. And there's a perfectly good explanation for that, and I'll talk about it at some point within my YouTube channel. It goes within some very deep stuff, but as it stands right now, I can't eat that anymore. It tastes bad. So yeah, this is just an update on what's going on. Everything's fine. I'm safe. I'm not overdoing it. Okay? It's cool that everyone out there cares enough to warn me, but honestly, I know what I'm doing. I've got years and years and years of practical practice, experience, and knowledge when it comes to what I'm doing. Not only that, but I'm highly in tune with what I am as intuition incarnate. I'm integrated with that part of me which you would call intuition. And a lot of people out there who go through these transitions still talk about it as if it's separate from self, which I'm figuring out recently as I'm researching them. They all seem to be still split in their duality consciousness with their body and their mind, whereas I'm completely united with my I call it abysmal consciousness. It's me. So when I tell you I'm fine, please believe me, I'm fine.